Stereolab was a band that was somehow both of its time and from another time altogether. Enamored with 1950s jazz, 1960s exotica, 1970s krautrock, and 1980s indie rock, the group manifested the esoteric pop culture scholarship and detached hipness of the 1990s. Their record store knowledge was both a natural extension and sneaky disguise of their far-left politics and conceptual thinking. On their fifth album, 1997's Dots and Loops, Stereolab melded their retro musical mastery and brainy ambition in a newly seamless way, creating a dreamy, detail-rich triumph that channels the vibes of the 90s while hinting at something more futuristic.
This is the future of an illusion.
Stereolab was formed out of the aftermath of another band, McCarthy, whose lead guitarist, Tim Gain, recruited his girlfriend, Letitia Sadier, to sing backup vocals for their last album, Banking, Violence, and the Inner Life Today. Gain and Sadier called their next project Stereolab, an homage to a premier hi-fi line produced by Vanguard Records that included electronic composers like Perret and Kingsley, whose early avant-pop experiments were a key stylistic element of Gain and Sadier's sound. Early Stereolab recordings were issued on the band's self-started label, Duophonic. The releases were known for their motoric rhythms, an even-tempo drum beat used by German krautrock bands of the 1970s. The group also favored vintage keyboards, such as Farfisa organs and Moog synthesizers. Stereolab became known for their droning melodies, driving rhythms, and Sadier and co-vocalist Mary Hansen's hypnotic singing, whose soothing sound disguised lyrics that were deeply informed by Marxism, Surrealism, and the mid-century French movement Situationist International. On their breakthrough album, 1996's Emperor Tomato Ketchup, Stereolab had become more musically diverse and rhythmically adventurous, incorporating string arrangements, exotic percussion, and samples on their songs. Their biggest sonic evolution came when they began working with producer John McIntyre, the drummer of Chicago bands Tortoise and The Sea and Cake, and a leading figure in the city's influential post-rock scene. On the tracks McIntyre produced for Dots and Loops, Stereolab were riskier, sporting intricate textures and sophisticated arrangements. Still, the album's overall sound is more balanced from the start, thanks to the chiming vibraphones, slick guitars, and rainy percussion that make up the opening track, Brackage. Stereolab also hired German post-rock duo Mouse on Mars to produce 3 songs. Yet where Mouse on Mars' own recordings tended to squirm, zigzag, or scurry, their contributions to Dots and Loops are smooth and straightforward. Like on The Flower Called Nowhere, a shimmering psychedelic shuffle so approachable, even Pharrell's a fan.
All the snowboats on the water, can't go anywhere.
Dots and Loops also highlights the band's fascination with mixing pop melodies and unexpected sounds. The single Miss Modular juxtaposes a sunny hook with elegant woodwinds and dissonant zaps from keyboards and guitars. Likewise, the title of Dots and Loops more than likely refers to Stereolab's newfound use of samples in digital production. You can hear all 3 on diagonals, where the bubbling whir of a sped-up marimba sits atop a drum beat sampled from I Can't Wait by krautrock icons Amon Düül.
Souviens-toi des vacances de la petite.
Even as Stereolab seemed to have one foot in the past, parts of Dots and Loops rank among the most audacious and experimental pop of the late 90s. The quasi-drum and bass of Parsec so perfectly evokes the era's internet-informed and nostalgia-heavy atmosphere that it was used in a Volkswagen ad for the new Beetle, a car repurposed from the 1960s for a new generation. Stereolab experimented even more in the studio on their next few albums, but Hansen's sudden and unfortunate death in 2002 permanently slanted the band's direction. In 2009, they went on indefinite hiatus. Looking back, Dots and Loops is Stereolab's pinnacle, consummately reflecting a moment in time when experimental pop transitioned from the analog past to its digital future.